Years ago, when we first acquired Starwhite, she had continuous lifelines that ran from all the way up at the bow pulpit, all the way back through this gate and clipped on here. Anytime that we released the gate, all of these forward lifelines would go slack, which meant that our fenders ended up falling down, and it also made it a bit difficult to pull the lifeline through when we went to reset it. So we modified the lifelines by adding a toggle here on both the upper and lower lifelines, so that now when we release the lifeline, the only thing that drops down is the gate itself, like so. The forward lifelines stay nice and firm, and our fenders stay in the right position. Now, I modified back aft here in that I removed the upper lifeline that we had back aft here and added this solid rail. And I'm pretty darn happy with them, but I've never been thrilled with the way I ended things here at the boarding gate. I don't know, I'm just not happy with it. I don't like the fact that this eye extends out, and I don't like the fact that the bar comes in a little bit low. So I've found the fitting I should have bought in the first place. This little 90-degree fitting is what I should have put on to start with. It's going to drop right down on top, and it's going to be nice, much cleaner looking end result. The down part is, like anything, scope creep. In order to use this piece, I'm going to have to install a longer bar up here, and I'm going to have to modify the length of the boarding gate. This boarding gate is going to be too short as it exists, so we'll have to spend a little bit more money and produce a longer one. So the first step is going to be to remove the eye here, which should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to grip on it with a pair of channel locks here and break it free. These things were painfully expensive for what they are, but they did do the job. They're held, the nut is held on with a little bit of red Loctite. Now that we've got that off, it's just a simple matter of unscrewing the fittings and lifting things off. All right, well, in theory, this is going to come off now. Ah, there we go. Come on, we got it. All right, the old tube is removed. We'll reuse this end bracket here, and our fancy new bracket sits on like that. That's just going to look so much cleaner. So here's the challenge of the old tubing versus the need for a new piece. We're about an inch short, and unfortunately this tubing is sold in 1-foot increments. So I'm going to have to buy a new piece, and we've got a long piece of surplus. I'm pretty pleased with how this is going to end up looking. Like most boat projects, I ran into an unexpected delay. 3 weeks later, the back-ordered 6-foot piece of tubing I needed to complete the portside installation finally arrived. Well, got one side of the lifelines done, and turn the boat around now. Going to do the other side. Change out this little mess here for the nice clean 90-degree fitting, and we'll be fabricating a a new upper lifeline out of stainless steel to replace these older vinyl covered ones. Should be a straightforward process. Loosening up the screws on the ends and pulling everything off, and then we'll carefully measure so that I can cut the new piece of tubing. It finally came in. Unfortunately, I did have to buy a 6-foot piece. I only need 52 inches, but it is what it is. And there is a close-up of the issue. We're just a bit short on this other piece of tubing. So we'll have to do a little measuring here, but looks like we've got, probably going to need another, I'm going to call that 1 1/8 inches. I'll get the tape measure out here and confirm it. So we need to add 1 5/16 inches to that dimension. Yes, I lost the end overboard. And now it's just a case of tightening down the set screws, and we're good to go. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that I lost that end piece overboard. I knew there was a chance of it, and I put down this towel and a piece of foam thinking, oh, that'll work. Obviously it didn't. Looks like I need to go about +3 1/4 on the new upper lifeline.
We're going plus 3 1/4 inches.
Yep.
So that'll be our. That's where we're going to cut the new wire right here, because that's how far it goes into the, the stud. And they're going to subtract 3/4 inch, or sorry, 3/16 of an inch for the elongation. So we're going to cut there.
Well, there it is. Looks just much nicer and tidier than the old arrangement. I wish I could do something similar down on the bottom here, but I haven't quite figured out how to do that.